Troops of the 22nd Armored Brigade of the Nigerian Army have reportedly neutralized about 150 terrorists that have been terrorizing the people from different forests of Kwara State. A statement issued on Saturday in Lorry by the Acting Deputy Director, 2nd Division, Nigerian Public Relations, Nigerian Army Sector 3, Operation Fasinyama, Captain Maureen Ubaka, stated that the gallant soldiers' effort reflected high operational responsiveness and determination to dismantle terrorist network. Now, in the engagement, troops in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor also conducted fighting patrols in several bandit enclaves. They successfully neutralized terrorists while others managed to escape into the forest with suspected gunshot wounds, and their hideouts and camps were completely destroyed, leaving the bandits dislodged. The statement added, similarly, troops cleared Gari Danki, a major known enclave of bandits in Ifeludu, local government area of Kwara State, leading to the decimation of bandits' logistic bases and also supply system. Troops also stormed remote camps thereby looked inaccessible to security forces, where several abandoned camps and logistics enablers were destroyed, significantly degrading the terrorists' significant capacity. Now, but the recent successes, the threat of bandits is still clear and glaring, making Nigerians ask, when are we going to hear the last of it? But another more important question is, how did we even get here at the first place, that we are now having bandit attack as our top security concern in the country? Well, this and more is what dialogue will be centered in on today. And we're talking about no other but banditry tracing and ending the surge. That's what we're looking at as a major topic today. We're looking, or rather tracing, the beginning of bandits, how it all started, and how better we can truly end it. But anyway, we're not ending the discussion rather than looking at it right here critically on dialogue. And you do know I can never talk alone. Don't enjoy always talking alone. I always have a guest, a resource person that have in-depth knowledge and understanding of what the critical issues are, and would be indeed helping us to assess and understand them. And I'm talking of no other person, an elder statesman who has joined us on many awesome editions right here on Dialogue. I'll be joining to also add his view, his voice, and will be helping me trace the line as we trace together. And I'm talking of no other person, but I'd rather call him Olorogun. Well, anyway, I'll stick with Olorogun, Olori Magege. Good morning and welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, Mike.
Well, anyway, I rather want us to start with that very cheering news about 150 bandits who were killed within the Kwara-Kogi axis, which has recently been a bedrock of many recent bandit attacks, especially as it narrows the way through not just the northwest, northeast, central, but now crippling down into the south. Yeah, not only that, also, funny enough, on Sunday, over 100 of that same bandits were also dislodged, and many of them also killed on account of those also terrorizing the Brunu also axis, with a major Boko Haram commander also killed in that very attack. Now, my question, should this be more like a cheering news for us? And do you feel we are now beginning to win the war against banditry and terrorism with these lovely, huge successes recorded within the span of 2 days?
I want to congratulate the men and women of the Nigerian Armed Forces for their heroic, gallant efforts.
Okay.
As you said, and as we're all reading, they are on the offensive for the first time.
Okay.
The Nigerian Armed Forces are on the offensive for the first time.
Rather than
responding.
Okay.
How did this thing start? I've said it several times here. The man who swore to defend Nigerians became the importer of violence.
Huge statement.
Buhari never hid the fact that he threatened that if he loses the election against Jonathan, the blood of baboons and monkeys will be soaked. I mean, the bodies will be soaked in blood of baboons and all that. It's no secret anymore that bandits were Malian Fulanis, Chad Fulanis, Fulanis in diaspora, battle-tested in the Republic of Congo, Niger and all that. They were imported into the country to make governance impossible for Jonathan if he had won the election.
But many persons will definitely want to kick against your assertion. And the reason many will kick against your assertion is, okay, let's really trace the issue of banditry. The first time we heard anything about bandits was in 2011. And we had heightened tension, like you said, honestly, between the Fulanis, marauding headers,
yes,
having serious confrontation with the Hausa farmers. And over, like the Westerners, we see, because of climate change, having little or nothing, hence they had constant conflict as it concerns grazing of the cattle. But yes, that's how we started. And if you look at some of the parts it started within the Zamfara axis in 2011. But just like what you said, we've had increased activities over the years after that very initial understanding of where they came. Now, yeah, you now want to trace it to the former administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Many will also argue that one of the reasons many people will also attribute that time as being the reason is because of how he handled the issue of banditry. And it was during his era, he spiraled out of control to where we are at the moment. But let's have a really full understanding of who these persons are. Because if we really understand who they are and why they seem to be here, just like what you said, we might really be understanding the problem itself. Are you saying most of these bandits are not Nigerians in the making?
You see, Alhaji Baraje, an APC shifting in Kwara State, he made a statement to that effect. That they used Miyeti Allah, led by Budejo, who is now under trial for terrorism.
Under this administration?
Under this administration. To bring Fulani bandits. There is a difference between headers and the bandits.
So are you saying the headers?
The headers are Nigerian. They are Nigerian Fulani. They are Nigerian Fulani cattle headers, cow rearers, who had conflict, pastoral conflict with farmers. Are you getting? Those are different from these bandits. These bandits don't. These bandits are not headers. They are not farmers. They are lawless people. The only language they understand is force.
So it's not a fight about control of resources?
No, it's a political issue. It's a political thing. But later, you see, these guys were living in the harsh climates.
Terrain,
Futajalon area of Niger, of Chad, of Mali, the desert. And when they brought them into Nigeria, they were not speaking English. A Nigerian, a typical Nigerian will understand his native language and at least a measure of pidgin English. That is the normal in Nigeria nowadays. But these guys don't speak English, they speak French. So, and their dressing is very unique. You see them with this turban thing and baggy trousers, wearing sunglasses and carrying gun. So, they may have Nigerian recruits now. But when they came, about 5,000 of them, they were recruited by Miyeti Allah for Buhari regime. And for that, the Miyetti Allah received 100 billion naira.
Do you have facts on this?
Of course, these are all in the press, these are all in the news. They've never denied them. 100 billion naira. Miyetti Allah was paid 100 billion naira. What service did Miyetti Allah render? What contract did they execute for federal government that they were given 100 billion?
As of then?
As of then, under Buhari. Then, we have these marauders harassing and killing Nigerians under Buhari. What did Buhari do? What did the government do? Nothing. We have the railway, the train attack in Kaduna. There was, instead of the military to attack them, we're negotiating with them. Do you know that the man who was a go-between is now that trial for receiving 50 billion as kickback for what, from what the bandits were paid?
Or are you talking about the former AGF?
No, not
Malami?
no. This one is called Manu. Okay. It's an aide to Sheikh Gumi. He received 50 million cash in foreign currencies and in Nigerian currency as kickback. It's on trial now by EFCC. It's on trial by EFCC now for his role in that train kidnapping, abduction.
Okay, with negotiation.
He's involved.
That he did on account in the release of all.
Yes, in the release of the people. That Malami cases, when it became unbearable, when the assault on the Nigerian society was unbearable, the Yorubas, the Western states, they decided to form the Amotekun. Yeah. Malami stood his ground. Malami was the chief law officer of the country at that time.
After the General Federation.
He said, under the Nigerian Constitution, that cannot be allowed.
But it is under the Nigerian Constitution.
Yes, that is not allowed. That was the time they started mooting the idea of state police. But Malami kept blind eye on the activities of the Fulani marauders. They even came up with the idea that they want to establish a vigilante group for Nigeria.
Also, the security architecture of all this.
Yes. It was the determination of the Western states and the outcry, the public outcry, that made Malami to capitulate. And Amotekun was established under very stringent control. And you can see for yourself that the relative peace that we have in Western region, Western Nigeria, is because of the activities of Amotekun. Now, it has come out into the open that Malami himself was importer of arms and himself a financier of terrorists.
Well, anyway, that
allegedly.
That is still, the trial is still ongoing. So we will not want to start.
He is not yet on trial for arms control.
Okay.
He is still in detention of arms control.
Okay.
The catch of arms was discovered in his Kebbi home residence. Enough to arm a small military. Here is the chief law officer of the country, becoming the chief persecutor and prosecutor of law in the country. So, all this happened under Buhari. And all this point to the fact that, at the very least, he condoned banditry. He promoted banditry. Okay. And he encouraged banditry. Okay. At the very least.
At the very least. Well, anyway, that's your own belief.
My own belief.
And like we always would say, the belief of our guests or the expression of our guests is not our own or our belief and views. It is strictly that of the guests. But and crippled from that very region to the Middle Belt and now moving southward. Now, just like you said, with your own assertion that it was politically motivated and driven. But that seems not to be the case now. Would you say the reason now we're having more attacks is that the criminals have now turned it into more of an investment? Because if you look at some of them, like for example, Bello, Taji, or Tuji is now putting taxes on farmers within his own axis before the farm. We see terrorists giving huge sums as protection money for farmers and communities for them to be allowed to farm. And not only that, we hear of unreasonable ransoms running in millions, hundreds of millions of naira being placed as ransom money for kidnapped victims. So let's look at it. Do you feel why it has now generated into this monster that it is now? It has not left political hands and now looked as if it's more like a business venture.
It doesn't look more like a business venture. It is a business venture.
As it stands?
As it stands now. About 500 million was paid to Kaduna trained kidnappers. And we have seen hundreds of millions. We've read hundreds of millions being paid here at exchange hand. Throughout the 8 years of Buhari, and now 3 years of Tinubu, that's 11 years.
In total?
In total. That's enough for them to be totally entrenched. They were in the forest, and food was being sent to them at the beginning. There are rumors that helicopters were dropping food and arms for them. Even they mentioned people who own those helicopters. They denied. Naturally, they would deny. Now, while here in Nigeria, they started enjoying the kind of life they didn't have. Government was doing, Buhari government was doing everything to help them to settle in Nigeria through river basin.
Ruga.
Not through Ruga. You know, Ruga was for both herders and farmers. But when the Minister of Water Resources, under Buhari, started bringing this bill that will make the waterways federal government land, that is part of the agreement to get the bandits settled in Nigeria.
Or the headers, rather.
Not the headers.
Okay. Anyway,
they were shifting.
You mean they were changing their form?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, when all those failed, the bandits realized that the game is over. We heard of reports in Kaduna State where Rufai was paying. Now, Rufai himself admitted that he paid bandits in southern Kaduna.
To keep the peace?
To keep the peace. Do you pay criminals to keep peace?
But it's no news.
You send the military after them.
But it's no news
that is the issue.
That negotiations were done to keep the peace when it comes to bandits attack.
Bandits are criminals. And the only language you use on criminals is violence. You attack them. You don't negotiate with criminals. And that is why I keep saying that government is involved in banditry. Well, remember, Abacha once said, late General Abacha, said that when insurgents last more than 48 hours, know that government is involved.
Now, I rather want, because all you've said are allegations.
Agreed.
We do not have facts to follow. And if we have them on the table, we have them, well, they could be on public domain. But if we do not have these facts, we'll just put them as it was alleged.
Alleged.
That's what we like to call your own allegation.
Allegation, yes.
But I still want us to remain with the issue of why it has now spiraled out of control and not the monster, like you said, politically it was, and now having a different business undertone all registered on it.
Copycats.
Excuse me.
Copycats. When Luke Manu made 50 million, allegedly, yes, he's in court. EFCC said and SSS said he made 50 million there and have evidence. He ran away and was brought back. Now, if the negotiator could make 50 million naira, then you can imagine what the criminals themselves made. So it became a very profitable business venture.
Okay.
And people joined. Almajiri's jobless individuals joined. People copied. They didn't join, they formed their own gang.
Okay.
Arms were flowing easily. Arms were flowing. You've seen a lot of reports of arms seizure, arms stoppage, and all that in the news in the past 2 or 3 weeks by the military. Most importantly, they were having a free day. They were having a free day. There was no effort by government to arrest them. To date, how many, throughout the period of Buhari regime, how many bandits were killed? I know of none.
Were killed or rather
tried. Killed.
But we had few successes against them then.
At that time, no.
Okay, well, I don't want us to argue that.
How many were arrested? None. How many were jailed? None. Those that they managed to get arrested and locked up in Kuje prison. What happened? What happened in Kuje prison?
You're talking about the jailbreak.
Jailbreak.
Okay. Now,
so if you keep them, we hear stories, military being moved out of a prison gate and all that, and barely have them left 2 hours, a jailbreak. And waiting.
Okay, well, anyway, waiting the issue be now is we're still talking or tracing the bet of bandits and how it has now come to be more of a turn to our security architecture as itself. Well, in case you're joining us, we're live right here on Atlantic TV and it's Dialogue. And today on Dialogue, like I said, we're looking at a very critical issue, especially as it concerns the issue of banditry and how it has really become a monster that it is. Well, if you could take your mind back 10 years before now, and it was more like a growing monster. But the problem we had as of then was Boko Haram with Shekar being ahead of all of it. And that was what our major problem was before it gave birth into the issue of ISWAP. And now we're having as a center stage issue as it concerns security, we're looking at the issue of banditry and how it seems to be getting a whole lot of root and spreading down south. But like I said in my introduction, about 150 of them were killed on Saturday, and also 100 they were killed on Sunday, both with huge successes around Borno up to the enclaves in Kwara, especially looking at the recent attacks in Kwara and Kogi State that have witnessed on account of that. So we're trying to really look at the bets and how they generated into that major concern that is giving a whole lot of security issues as it stands. Now, let's return to it. Now, you talked about our inability to deal with the issue of light arms and small weapons migrating from Libya into here. Now, many people will say the fall of Muammar Gaddafi contributed a whole lot to the proliferation of small arms within the West Africa and Sahel region. We'll agree on that. But let's look at the issue of how porous our borders are. We're trying to see how we can curb this and also see how it degenerated into the stage it is now. Now, with our own knowledge on Dialogue, before we come on air, we do a whole lot of research. As it stands now, we have about 1,400 borders, porous borders entry into Nigeria as it stands. And we have only 86 legal manned border points that we have either migration officers or customs right there manning those very borders. Excuse me, but we have about 1,400 inlets into the country that are porous. Now, let's look at that. Would you say that is one of the major factors that it has degenerated with this? And do you see us dealing with this almost 4,500 kilometers of unmanned space if, and I repeat, if we want to put an end to this, porous borders.
United States share boundaries with Mexico.
Of course they do.
Donald Trump is fencing it. How are you going to fence 4,800 kilometers of boundary?
So it's not.
It's not possible. It's just not possible. And even if it is possible, it's not feasible. It's not feasible. Do you know how many millions that will cost? And when you build fences, you also have to man the fences. Because they can be breached anytime. A fence is not cement, concrete. It can be broken into. So it must be manned. And besides, there are houses in Nigeria. There are houses in Niger. They are all the same family.
There are Fulanis in Nigeria, Fulani in Nigeria.
Yes. So, you remember when Nigeria, when the president threatened, when he closed the border between Nigeria and Niger over the coup.
Yeah.
There was demonstration.
Especially in the north.
In the north. It's not here in the south, in the north. Particularly in those states bordering Niger Republic.
Nigeria.
Because they have families here, they have families here. Same family. So when you say there is a boundary, what kind of boundary? A line? A line in the desert? Is that possible? How do you trace it?
But
If for instance,
we're talking about sovereignty. Can we not have our borders manned?
We did have this problem before, did we? Nigeria is not 8 years old. Nigeria is not 11 years old. Nigeria was not born during Buhari time. Why did it become a problem during Buhari time? Why did it become a problem during Buhari time? It is political interest. Political interest. That is the cause of this problem. If not, we have been Nigeria for ages. Niger Republic has been there for ages. The two people are interrelated. Boundary was just an imaginary line. But all of a sudden, it became an issue. So, it's not feasible to man the borders. It's not feasible. You can have manned immigration and customer immigration police for control of goods, movement of goods. But to restrict movement to zero, to control arms in a vast desert, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's a Herculean task. It's a Herculean task.
And one you feel the government cannot embark on.
You see, if we make it a very costly venture for criminals to come to Nigeria, then they will not come. That's the only way to deter criminality. If you come to Nigeria, you will be caught and you will be killed. They'll know it because be it bandits, you call them, be it armed robbers, be it any criminal who wants to live to enjoy the fruit of his labor. He does not want to die. Only soldiers go to war to die. But criminals go to war, they commit crime in order to benefit from the crime.
To live on their bounty.
Yes.
Their bounty. So,
Nigeria must enact laws and enforce the laws to the letter to guarantee criminals that when they come, they will die. That's the only way to deterrence. Not by welcoming them.
Okay, now, you talked about that's the only way we can deal with the issue of curbing banditry. Because it looks as if you're now pushing us to how we can handle and manage this problem. Now, if you look at our present budget of 2026, it's amounting to about 50-something trillion naira. Now, about 5.14 trillion has been budgeted for defense. and we keep spending, in the last 15 years, defense has taken the largest chunk of our budgetary allocation, and it's still taking. We've never budgeted about 5 trillion for defense any time in our history, like we have this year. Well, yes, we have the Tucano jets. We are still acquiring more arms from the United States and our major military partners cut across the West, and funny enough, recently now in Turkey, now we're acquiring it. But my question still baffles a whole lot of Nigerians. With all of these large arms and catch of arms we seem to have collected from them, we seem to have amassed, and we seem to have been using, why are we having relatively success against banditry? Why is it that the huge money we've put into it, we're not seeing substantial gains against the fight against terrorism?
Well, the reason is simple. We allow them to be entrenched. If you plant a palm tree 8 years ago, you're already harvesting it over and over and over again. That's ordinary tree. You left criminals to study your terrain for 8 years, to live in your terrain for 8 years. They are not dumps. They have become solidly entrenched. So to uproot them has become almost impossible. So we need to spend more money on arms. We need to spend more money on training, on recruitment and intelligence. And that is why the general public must be galvanized to play the role. What is happening in the north will be very difficult in the south, because you see what is happening in Ondo State.
Yes. And Oyo State now.
On Oyo State. The bandits have distinct characteristics. They cannot blend easily with us in the south. They can blend very quickly in Zamfara. You get what I'm saying? Then they are also being used by politicians and businessmen. Bandits have gone into gold mining. Bandits have gone into economic activities. So they are protecting their mines. They are also farmers now. So gradually they are acclimatizing to Nigeria. So our military and our security agencies must continue to evolve new strategies to cope with this. It's not endemic. It's not endemic. It requires total war on them to eliminate them.
Okay, now I want us to also look at another new school of thought. It might not be a popular school of thought, but it's also now being put forward as a means of ending these unnecessary attacks from bandits. And it's the issue of dialogue, non-kinetic measure in dealing with this problem. Yes, I would rather call his name, and every Nigerian would love to hate him.
Gumi.
Gumi.
Yeah.
He has come out to say the best way to address this is dialogue. And he gave us a clear understanding that even after the United States bombing of Sokoto, the upsurge, the uptick of bandit attack has increased. And he said he was crying and shouting on the top of his voice then, but nobody paid heed of him. Now, he is proposing that we use non-kinetic measure in dealing with this problem. Just like they did in the South, when we had militants destroying the economy of this country via attack on our oil facilities. He feels that idea can also be replicated, just like late Musa Yar'Adua did, and brought on the table for bandits to understand, and we end this scourge. So I want your reaction as it concerns the issue of non-kinetic or dialogue being proposed by some.
When Gumi compares the bandits to Niger Delta militants, it infuriates me.
Excuse me?
It infuriates me. It makes me very angry. The Niger Deltas were not kidnapping people, innocent people for ransom. The Niger Delta militants were addressed, they were focusing on the oil industry. It was an economic sabotage to draw attention to the plight of the people of Niger Delta, from where the oil that secures Nigeria economy is coming from. You see, the militants were also crying because of years of ecological neglect
of the
environment in which they live. Their farms had been totally destroyed by oil spill. Fishery had gone. So their means of livelihood had been destroyed. So they are revolting against a government that was taken from the soil but not replenishing the soil. Completely different. What contract do we have with bandits? What do bandits give us? What do we get from bandits in terms of economic development? None. So how can you now compare plunderers to militants who are fighting against economic oppression of the environment by federal government? It's not the same. So Gumi should go and find his own examples to give. Then you are talking of dialogue.
Yes. Non-kinetic measures.
Non-kinetic measure.
Because we've been using the kinetic measure for so long, and it looks as if
two governors ago in Zamfara State engaged in dialogue with the bandits. Zero result. Sokoto, zero result. Katsina, zero result. Niger, zero result. We must separate bandits from Boko Haram. If you say we should sit down with the Boko Haram,
that has an ideology.
Because that's an ideological war. These bandits, they just want to plunder. So how are you going to sit down to negotiate with them? With the 100 billion that they were given, did they achieve anything? All the ransoms they've been collecting over the years, did they achieve anything? Okay, Gumi wants us to negotiate with them, right? So that his aides that serve as go-between should be making 50 million. Is that so? No. Violence, the only language violence understand is violence. There's no, for me, negotiating with bandits
it's off the table.
It's off the table.
Okay, now, if you feel that's a no-no, and there's no point negotiating with the bandits and us dealing with this issue, yes, like I said in my introduction, we've had, since the new defense minister came on board, there's this new vigor in dealing with this issue of banditry and kidnapping for ransom. But whether we still do like it or not, it still happens. Just the day before yesterday in Katsina State, some persons were adopted, women and children were adopted, and 3 persons were killed. So it's still a problem that is clear and glaring as we speak at the moment. So my next question now would be, yeah, you've talked about violence will be the way out. Violence is the only way they will listen. What do you, in your own honest belief and assessment, what should the military now do that you feel they are not doing to help us win this war? What advice would you have for them? Maybe you're now being given the opportunity to sit down with the Minister of Defense or the National Security Advisor and told your own line of advice in your own assessment. What do you feel they need to do now that might not be beaten towards and hence we're not having huge successes? The war at the military level should be ongoing. Okay.
Then there is the community policing,
okay,
where state police comes in. Because the bandits are operating in areas with very, very limited governance.
Okay, okay.
They won't come to Wadi to operate because they know we'll meet them there, face to face. They won't come into Katsina City. Rather, they will go to remote villages because these areas are rural areas, rural farmers. rural villages of about 200-300 people who are managing their lives on their farms. That's where they go to. So it is there that we need to improve security. And we cannot improve security in those villages without involving the villagers themselves. So that's why I said, while the military is operating at their level, then community policing must now be at the forefront. Let's establish the local police, the state police. Let's establish the Amotekuns all over the country. I'm just giving the name Amotekun. I don't. Let's replicate the Amotekun example all over the state. That will solve this problem. Bankruptcy has come. It will not be easy to get them back. Because these are people who are pastoral. They have no home. All their belonging, life belonging is in the bag, in the bag they carry in their bag.
Backpack.
So they have no home. So you drive them out. Where do you drive them to? Is where they stay overnight is their home. We have to kill them. That's the only way out. Kill them. Kill them. You see, we must learn from Russia. We must learn from Russia. Putin made it very clear that he does not discuss with terrorists. He sends them to their Mecca. Go to God and discuss over there. So that's why you do see as much terrorist attack in Russia. They don't hold prisoners. As far as terrorism is concerned, they don't hold prisoners. Until we adopt that style in Nigeria, we go nowhere.
Okay, now, before you just talked about ways that you feel this can be dealt with. Now, let's talk about the issue of intelligence gathering. Which again highlights the issue of community policing.
Yes.
Which will be pivotal or really needed in the issue of handling this. But let's look at the issue of intelligence gathering. Now, recently, the National Security Advisor has come out to ask about deep synergy between many security architecture. Funny enough, seen under his watch. And he feels that's just not enough. But the issue of having enough intelligence gathering will also be an aid in dealing with this war. If you look at what we said in our introduction, especially those that were killed within the Kwara axis, vital information was given to the security agents that these persons were gathering at that moment. Hence, they were able to ambush them without them even seeing them coming. Now, let's talk about intelligence gathering and how that can be helpful, especially knowing the fact that some of these criminals, like you said, 8 years or 10 years is enough for them to be entrenched in these communities. They've had loyalists in these communities. They've had people that benefit from their nefarious activities in this community. They have people that are sympathetic to their cause, irrespective of whether it looks criminal or not in this community. So how are we going to work around that, dealing with the issue of informants and all those that might also be a stumbling block in the issue of intelligence gathering and sharing?
Patriotism. 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 Seeing Nigeria as belonging to me and you. Seeing Nigeria as going beyond football matches. When Nigerians become Nigerians, whenever Green Eagle is playing or Super Eagle is playing ball. That's when many Nigerians become Nigerians. At other times, they are either Urobo or Yoruba or Edo or TV or Igbo. When a problem became Yoruba problem, when banditry became a major Yoruba problem, they rose as a people and formed Amotekun. It became personal. Their wives are now being raped are being kidnapped in the farms. They can't go to the farm anymore. It became a major challenge. It got to the point where they said, if we don't die, where do we go to? Let's die here. As a people, bound together by insecurity, they form Amotekun. You see, I keep using the word patriotism because very few Nigerians believe in Nigeria. When, for instance, you say 30 persons are killed in Zamfara State, that happened, I heard it, happened to somebody. But when you say out of the 30 persons, 15 are from the south, I will get up because I'm not a southerner. I'm concerned. When you now say out of the 15 who are southerners, 6 are deltas, and then I will sit up. And when you now add out of the 6 that are from delta, 3 are Urobos, I'm now going to look for my machete.
Oh, come on.
It has reached, the thing don't reach me, don't touch me, it don't touch me. You kill my person. That is the level of patriotism that I'm talking about. That is lacking in Nigeria as in Nigeria. But it's present in our communities, native communities. It's present. And successive governments have not been able to tap into that to build a nation. So I am first and foremost an Yoruba man before a Nigerian. You are first and foremost a Edo man before you are a Nigerian. But the reverse will be the case. And until we are able to evolve a methodology to tackle that problem, insecurity will continue to exist. In US, anything happens in Texas, happens in Alaska. Californians will see it as a problem.
New Yorkers.
In New Yorkers will find it. In New Orleans, they'll be screaming. Within a short time, there is demonstration across the land. But here in Nigeria, until it feels you, it touches you, so it touches your tribe. The tribe is the basic thing. If it touches Urobo, Olori Magiko will be there. But if it happens in Borno State, oh, sorry, oh. We have not evolved that nationalistic spirit. And until we develop that nationalistic spirit, we're not getting there. And we can't develop it with the level of corruption in the country. Because it's the responsibility of politicians to build that. But we all go into politics to make money. What is the difference between APC and PDP and all that DP? They are all the same. Is there any ideological difference in them? Labour Party in the UK is socialist. Simple as that. Democratic Party in the US, socialist. Republican Party, capitalist. Clear ideological differences. But what's the difference between APC and PDP and ADC and SDP? None. None. Just a means to grab power. Or a means to destroy power when you don't get the power. Simple. So we are a country of political animals who don't love the country, but want to suck the milk
out of the cow.
Out of the cow. We don't feed the cow, continue to suck. There's no patriotism. There's no patriotism at the Nigerian level. We must evolve, we must learn to go into the communities, into the tribes. What forges you guys together outside the language? What brings you guys together outside your language, your culture? And how can we move this from the community level into the Nigerian level? Is that we build a nation. And once we build a nation, we protect the nation.
Well, anyway, what better way to really wrap things up? You won't believe we've been talking for more than 40, 50 minutes now as it stands. And today we're talking about the issue of, excuse me, insecurity and taking a critical look at the issue of banditry and how it has really become more of a security concern to the country than any other problem that we seem to be faced with. You agree with me that insecurity has bedeviled us for a pretty long time, but banditry for many is relatively unknown. Let's take our mind back to 2 decades ago, and you are just telling a Nigerian in 2006 that banditry, he will look at you and smile because he might be thinking you'll be talking a film from either the Middle East or an Arab film, and he'll be smiling to say, I've not watched that movie. But come 2026, it's now a present-day concern to all Nigerians as it's crippling down south. And many will say the quicker or the earlier the better for us to really curb that problem. But like our edition has said, well, anyway, you do know our guest has said a whole lot. Well, it's his own personal opinion and not the opinion of this very great station. He feels it's political and traces the issue of its emergence to some political gladiators or actors that played a role. But irrespective of it, we also looked at why we've not been able to handle it. Our porous border seems to be that, and not only that, the willingness of our political class to deal with the issue has also taken center stage. But anyway, solving it has always been a problem, and just like you highlighted, we have to use the kinetic measure, but also increase in our community policing to help curb all of it. But as much as we've said all of this, I feel it will not be right if we do not say big thank you to you, Chief Olori Magege, for spending your time with us. And I come to talk passionately. The reason we brought you here is that you're more of an elder statesman, and the concern being expressed by many Nigerians, especially at this time, is pivotal. Just like what you said, we used to feel it's a northern thing. Now it's creeping down to the south, and every reason for us to be concerned. But when we play politics and patriotism put at the forefront, maybe we'll be having little or nothing of this. But all the same, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We truly appreciate you and your insight as it concerns the problem. And also, well, we're looking at the ways and the better ways to handle it. Well, thank you so much. And like you would know, we always say, like Oliver Twist,
you ask for more.
Seek for more
I'm
of your
available.
presence with us. I will truly appreciate all of that. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Well, anyway, it's more like a wrap for me on the show today. Well, you do know I will always insist that the discussion does not end here in the studio. It still continues on our different social media platforms. They will be with you shortly. Oh, they are there already on your screen. You send your comments, contributions, and indeed, like and share. Let's get your reaction. What do you feel we need to do as a people to end the issue of banditry, and how can it be tackled? Should it take the kinetic or non-kinetic measure? Or what do you feel will better be means to dealing with it? As much as you also try to trace its birth and why it has lingered for this long and seems not to be going anywhere anytime soon. Well, all of that reactions we'll love to get, and we'll always appreciate them as they come. But talking about what will come, the news will come around the hour, as much as trending will also follow, because I know Messi is cooking up something for all you guys to enjoy when it comes to that. But for me, Michael Gabadia, God bless you. We'll see you later. Bye for now.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Alright, my name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst of one of Nigerian comedy.
Alright guys, back again, yes boss, my name is Osh baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up people, it's your boy Victor Edi.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, Ninja Celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the life for you.
As you know, you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom. Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different.
It's your boy Godos, aka Comedy Berlusconi.
Hi, my name is Bobby.
My name is Orisha Femi, aka the music and talent.
Emiap Bore Inarise of Jemwe, aka Short Family, aka the Comedy Millionaire, aka the online landlord in Lagos. Alright, boss, my name is Oshby.
It's still your girl, MC Roya.
Alright, my name is The Soccer, the comedy catalyst, one of Nigerian comedy. You know me, the one of Adeshokpe Kingdom, the other Beko you see one. My papa said they know they use 2 legs. That's what I went deep.
The TV is real.
And you all should keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV, the best from the Niger Delta.
Stay glued to Atlantic TV.
Are you watching Atlantic TV?
Listen to me, you are locked down to Atlantic TV.
Keep watching.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Whether on your iPad or your laptop, just be glued. If it's your TV, be glued.
You want to get informative, educative, interactive, interesting, entertaining news, man. Keep it locked down.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
And you're watching Atlantic TV.
Don't shake that dial. X amount of love. Peace out.
If you touch a map,
If not, I go off your gen. Now me talk.
Yeah.
Victor Eddy says so.
Arararara.
Short Family says so.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined, uniquely different.
How many dreamers are in the house? Okay, all of them are raised hand. Well done.
My name is Shalewa, a student from Eagle Might International School, and I wish to become a software engineer and a data analyst to work with softwares like Google, Chrome, Safari, create my own website, create my own app, which people can use to change the world in both the medical profession, in both digital, and every aspect and area of the world.
Please, can we give Shalewa a round of applause? I'm committed to making sure that journey happens. We'll definitely be partnering with her. Well done. I love it. I love it when a girl comes out and says, I'm going to innovate. I'm going to build tech solutions for my future. And not just, did you see how she said for Google, for Chrome? That means that she not there think of for you. Now the world where she want, and my darling Shalewa, you will fulfill your destiny in the name of Jesus. Okay.
My name is Ronald Omologbo from Rute International School. I want to become a doctor in the nearest future and a pharmacy, and also has my own hospital to be treating people and make them feel well. And
please, can you give him a round of applause? Just make sure, say when you become that doctor, now worry you go do first. Maybe not Jackpot go, because there are plenty doctors that are Jackpot. You will build your hospital here in Warri, so that the people of the world can come to Warri and receive excellent medical treatment from your services. Well done. Please give him a round of applause again.
Good day, everyone. My name is King David Obende. I'm a student of First Baptist Secondary School. My future, what I would like to become is a petroleum engineer. Not just at that, I plan to merge tech, software engineering in a way that I'm able to meet the demands of the new petroleum society, because I've been experienced in the petroleum industry. For the past 20 years, there's been a major decrease in mostly efficiency. And also, I would like to see in a way that I can.
I want him to speak your dream, speak it, talk it from inside of you.
Merge.
Please give him a round of applause. You see, the worry child is not dull. We are not dull. We are brilliant. Say, I am brilliant. My dreams are valid. Your dreams are valid. Please, can you give him a round of applause? He wants to merge tech with petroleum to bring tech solutions to the petroleum industry. How old are you, sir? 15 years old.
Good day, everyone. My name is Amezi Shibuke Emmanuel. I would like to be the president of Nigeria.
Come on! Come on! How many of you will vote for him? Well done, well done. Please give him a round of applause. Well done. Thank you so much. And okay. I said the lady.
Good day, everyone. My name is Onehimuna Divine from Delta Secondary School. One of my dreams is becoming a large-scale farmer, and I would love to open a very big farm in between Delta State and Edo State. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Sharon Uguvu, and I'm the head girl of Wingate Model Schools. I aspire to be the first Minister of Education coming from Warri.
Come on!
And to put an end to the malpractice and injustice in the education field.
Wow! I am proud to be the Queen Consort of Warri Kingdom. I am proud. Wow! I only took 5 out of, I'm guessing how many children? 500 or so. How many are we? Okay, I only took 5. And from these dreams, there was tech, there was medicine, there was petroleum, there was presidency, hey! There was agriculture, and there was education. You see, there might be some of us that might think that, well, we can dream, but do dreams really come true?
Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
The future of Warri child. Are you sure? You're all welcome. My name is Eseni Okorore Ifoma. I'm representing my area commander in person of Ishako Barbara. We are from NDLA Warri Area Command. I know some people will be surprised to see NDLA. So what is NDLA doing here? NDLA is not only an enforcement agency. We are in partners in national development. As in, we believe that drug-free youth, they are the foundation of a great nation. That is why we believe in doing campaign, as in sensitization campaign, in schools, in churches, markets, communities, in order to educate our youth the dangers of substance abuse. Now, the program, the title of this program says the future of Warri child, why the team is beyond limits. Yes, for you to go beyond limits, you must refuse to be identified, as in refuse to identify by your background or your challenges. Okay? Believe in yourself that no matter where you came from, that greatness can come out from you. No one was destined to be great, as in special. Everyone is destined great by God. It depends on the way and how you do it. We are here to talk to us about the dangers of substance abuse, the drug abuse. For you to go beyond limits, you have to stay away from drugs abuse. Yes, because drug can limit you from being who you want to be. There is a clip, a video in this place. I want them to, please, can you put the video for us to watch it just for a few minutes? Then we can go on.
If anybody give you banana, sky, if sugar daddy give you cocaine, run, what you cool, give you skunk, give you loud, tell you say I want that. That's how you take Sato. Hey, what's in my eyes and see? Simba, what you cool, Simba. No be say, I know they hear when them say, make I stop. Hey, I know if it stop. I swear I want to stop. Somebody help me stop. If anybody give you banana, sky, hey, whether na school she Simba, what you cool, Simba.
Thank you. Do you understand the language? What is he trying to say? He said, if anybody is giving you, that you should say what? Good. We are here to talk about the effect of drug abuse, effect of substance abuse. But before we go on, I want to tell us what that substance, that drug is all about. According to UN definition, it said drug is any chemical substance which, when taken into the body by whatever means, it will change the function, the behavior, or the mood of the user. That is drug. It's the word chemical substance. It's a chemical substance. It can be natural, it can be synthetic. That thing that when you take it into your body, your mood will change. The functions will start behaving somehow. It can be taken by, as in using water orally. You drink it, you can inject using syringe, you can rub it on your body, you can sniff. Even some people that abuse drugs nowadays, some they even inject it through their anus. So whatever means you take it, your mood, your behavior will change. It's a drug. So, what is drug abuse? What is drug abuse? Drug abuse is when its use is not medically necessary. When its use is not medically necessary, in the sense that, we sometimes will feel weak, we feel tired or headache. Some headache maybe you stay long, you do not eat. You normally do me. If I stay long, if I didn't eat well, before you know, I'll start having headache. Some people may be tiredness, they start having headache. Those things, you may not need drug at that point. What you may need at rest, you that is hungry, you eat and rest. You get your body. But some people, when they feel that, because someone somewhere feel the same, and he went to the doctor or pharmacy, they prescribe a particular drug for the person. You will take it. You see that person taking it. Next time, if you feel the same way, you will go and buy. You don't know whether your body need that drug at that point. So whenever we feel anything, we have to go to the doctor. Seek for medical assistance, medical attention. Don't just go walk into the pharmacy or to the chemist. Give me this so drug. When you are doing it, you are abusing drug. Another one is when it's legally prohibited. Government said, we should not abuse this drug. Don't touch it, don't deal with it. All these cocaine control drugs, tramadol, Refnol, codeine, cocaine, heroin, Colorado, ice, all these things, government pound it. At that point, you know that it's not good. You are touching them, you are dealing with them, you are taking it. You are abusing drug. We have another one, when it's excessively used. This one is in case of socially acceptable drugs. Because there are some drugs that are socially acceptable in our society. Alcohol, cigarettes, all these tobaccos. They are also drugs. Because when you take them, your system will react to it. But because it's socially acceptable, people go ahead and abuse it the way they want. Somebody will just go carry one carton of beer. You want to finish it. You are betting, I can do this. I can finish one crate or 2 crates. All these things you are taking into your body. Yes. You may stagger. It may make you dizzy. You may fall. That one is minor. What of your body, your organs? You are consuming chemicals into your body. If it's not, the result didn't come out today, tomorrow it will rise. You will feel it. It will affect you, whether you like it or not. Those things are not good. Your kidney, the chemical, because those things you are consuming is chemical. It's chemical, whether you like it or not. It must destroy one of your organs in the body. If not kidney, your liver, your heart, all these things, it affects you. We should stay away from them, even though it's socially acceptable. When you take it, anybody, government sees, nobody is going to arrest you. But think about yourself. Think about your life. Okay? So, we should do what? Stay away from all those things. Even if you want to take beer, you take one bottle in a week, you don't do. But even that one bottle it will still affect you. The best thing for one to do was stay away from substance abuse. These are examples of drug commonly abused in our societies today. No, if I ask questions now, I know people will mention this is a few out of the drugs that people are abusing. There are even someone that we have in our homes that we don't know that our children are abusing it. I know if I say this, people will be surprised. We have Maggi, we are using Maggi to cook in our house. Good. If you see Maggi like Asara, they will carry Maggi, put inside like Asara, cook it and leave it. It will ferment the next day. It's high. Your hypo, the hypo you use in your house, you use to clean your toilet, your this. Check. Sometimes when your Maggi is missing, it's not rat. Don't just say rat. It's not rat. They carry my Maggi. Or your hypo. You come today. I bought all these sachets of hypo, like 5. You use 1. The next day it will reduce to 3. It's supposed to be 4. It reduced to 3. You say, okay, maybe you misplace it. please put your eye down in your house. This one goes to our parents. Please check your food, things that you're buying in your house. Check them. The children nowadays, they are abusing anything. They will go to school. Someone that is using it will come and say, I do this, This time, it's not even people that has money. Yes, some people use their money. But there are some they will get around. They will not even need to buy with money. Some people, to the extent of, they go to toilet pits. They'll be hailing the vapor that is coming out from the pit. They inhale just to be high. Some of them, you see the cow shit. Cow. They'll, yes, dry it. We can put inside paper wrap and smoke. Some of them abuse lizard shit. I just mentioned all these ones, okay? But the ones they are doing commonly now, you see lizard shit, that white one, that small one on the tip. Yes, they are abusing it. 2 weeks ago, I was in the office. One lady came that their brother they want to rehabilitation, to rehab him, that is taking drugs. So the lady says that the annoying part of it is that when the brother doesn't have money to buy drugs, that if I come to their house, that all the fluorescents in their house is no more, that you will break them. I said, what is he doing with that one? I said, yes, that there's something that you will remove inside, you will grind it, to that extent. Drug is a very bad thing, it's a deadly thing. Okay? So these ones, Igbo, all of us know about Igbo cocaine, heroin, coronado, ice. We know ice is Miri, is common. They call it Miri. Alcohol, tramadol. You see boys, they will go to chemists, they'll buy tramadol for 500 milligram, 1,000 milligram, this and that. They say they are feeling pain. No, all these things are not because of pain. They are abusing it. Codeine, the liquid syrup, codeine. Do you know that one bottle is up to 10, 11,000? That is what they do now. We should do what? Be careful and stay away from drug. The future of worry child. The future of worry child. The future of worry child. Do you people know why we are here today? Who can tell me? Who? Oh yeah, talk.
To educate us on what to do and what not to do.
It's right. What to do and what not to do. For our what? For our future, for our betterment, for our own good life. Okay? So that is why we are here, to let us know the dangers. First, tell us what drugs, the drugs that are, hard drugs, that you cannot deal with, okay? And to stay away from them. No matter how pressured you are, okay? No matter how your environment is, your life is in your hands, your destiny is in your hands, your future is in your hands. You should not allow your environment to limit you. You should not allow your friends to limit you. You should not allow people to make you change, to deviate from your dreams by saying no to what? To drug, as in say no to drug abuse, so that your life will be better tomorrow. He said, the effect of drug abuse in the human body. Now we have come to the main topic of the day. He said, it can include anything from muscle brain chemistry. This is what drug abuse can cause. This is what substance abuse can cause. I hope we can read it. We are seeing it. You see, health implications. Health implications. Why am I trying to say this? By using or abusing drugs, you can have health problems. You can get kidney problem. You can get liver problem. You can get any kind of sickness. Drug abuse can lead you to get infection. Drug abuse can make you get legal punishment. Yes, when you are abusing drug or when you are dealing on drug, and they happen to arrest you, they will prosecute you and send you to jail. Yes, all your dreams will be shattered. By the time you spend 15 years, 10 years in imprisonment, before you come back, all your mates have passed you, they have gone far. Depression will not allow you again to continue. Okay? Financial problems, in case of people those that abuse heroin, cocaine, they have business already, maybe they are doing something, they are wealthy. But when you are involved in drug taking, you go nowhere. Yes. Because every day your money will be in drugs, you'll be buying drugs to satisfy yourself. A guy came on his own with his mom. He says, "Ma, I want to come out of this drug. I've been abusing drug for years now. But anytime I want to come out, I cannot, because when the urge comes, I can't control it." So he was crying and asked the mom. When they came to our office, I asked him, "Are you ready to change? Because one thing is for you to decide on your own when you have made up your mind." He says yes, because all his earnings goes to drugs. I said, how much do you spend in buying drugs? He said, "Mr. Mama, if I have 20,000, no, I'll just buy drug and I'll finish it." You see it? Can such person make it in life? You cannot. So it's better you will not do what? You not be involved. Don't even try it. Don't experiment. No matter how they try to convince you, okay? You may ask, what of these ones that is taking? I know someone that is taking drug, but it's normal, nothing is happening. No. But before you ask me or you say that, remember that there is some that took the drug that are on the streets, mad. There are some that took the drugs that are in the grave today. Okay? So when you are saying because this one I've been taking it, is normal. It's normal today. Tomorrow it may not be normal. Do you know why? Because everybody's body system are not the same. As I am now, Panadol, only Panadol. If I take Panadol, I know they get myself. But some people that will take Panadol, they will be normal. So this person may be taking it now. The reaction, the effect may not come out immediately, but it's accumulating. The time it will come out once. You get it? It will come out once. But for it, you must surely feel it. You must surely feel it. So don't even try to go and where drug is being used. It can also cause accidents, yes, and injuries. A commercial driver that takes drugs can carry passengers, yes, kill them on the way because it's influence of drugs. Only one person caused the death of everybody in the box. It can cause it. This is the effect of drug abuse. Drug abuse even causes death. Yes. I have a story of one guy. He takes 25 milligrams of tramadol. 25 milligrams they take. Before you know, a guy graduate with 15 milligrams. Before you know, just they go high. One day carry one sachet to make you take a minute to see how it could be. As he take the drug, as Nadia he died. He didn't wake up again. From that place to the burial ground. Can a dead person come out again? Can a dead person achieve something in life? Because he believes that maybe as he's taking 50 milligrams, 100 milligrams, he's not doing anything. May he take so that he will show that he'll be big boy. Now the drug, and I carry him to the grave. So effect of drug abuse is something terrible. That's why we are here telling you, for you to be a better child, the future of worry child, you have to stay away from drug. Stay away from drug. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to cheat you. You know yourself. And don't even say that I am from this family, I'm from poor family, this and that. No. Don't allow your environment to limit you. Don't allow drugs to limit you. Don't allow friends to limit you. Focus on that your dream. You are going somewhere. Those people up there, they don't have two heads and you have one. The same one they have, that is the one you have. For us to be a better child tomorrow, the future of the nation, okay, we have to do what? Stay away from drug and say yes to. Stay away from drug and say yes to. This is the health implications. It's a drug and alcohol use impact nearly every part of your body, from you, heart to your bowels. See the implications of drug abuse as in health implications. Can you see it? The substance you abuse, when you take it, you are taking it, maybe you're using water, you're taking it through your mouth, all these ones that open codeine bottle, you just turn them. The thing will go through your heart before you enter. As it's going, that is how it's destroying you. Look at it. See how the person holds his checks. Can you see it? Can you see that one? He wants to take drug because he believes that if he is not high, that he will not be able to perform well. Yes. But drug cannot help. Instead, drug will destroy you more. Look at the pictures. Look at this one. Look at this one now. The one holding the leg. You want to do sports, Abi? You want to do something. So let me take drugs so that I can have the strength. The drug can give me energy. Drug is not giving you any energy. It's not the drug. Instead of drug giving you energy, it will destroy you more. Look at the effects. What it will cause to you. So it's better for us not to even go there. Say no to drug abuse and yes to a better life. The same health implications. Look at the ones drinking. See the liver, the normal liver. See the normal liver before. Look at the one alcohol. Look at the one now. Liver with can you see it? Can you see what it's causing? If you feel that I will take it, nothing will happen. Yeah, it will not happen today, but tomorrow it must happen. Mark it somewhere. Because what you're taking into your body is chemical. It's not natural. It's chemical. Can I see the other one?
Many years.
I started taking drugs since 2012 till date.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
And if you are 27, it means you were around 14 when you started.
Yes.
Which drug did you?
Here are our top stories. EFCC nabbs 10 illegal miners in Kwara. Technical skills crucial to youth empowerment, says Ubreweri. LP crisis deepens as Abure rejects Otis reconciliation call. UAE targets Nigeria for major investments drive. South Africa restores power at Nigerian mission. Falconet touchdown in Abeokuta for Senegal showdown. Now to the news in full. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have arrested 10 suspected illegal miners in Kwara State. The suspects were arrested by the Ilorin Zonal Directorate of the EFCC along the Ilorin-Ogbomosho axis, following intelligence reports on illegal mining activities in parts of Kwara and neighboring Oyo State. The anti-graft agency said the arrests were made during a coordinated sting operation on Sunday, February 1st, targeting the illegal excavation and transportation of solid minerals. Those arrested include 9 truck drivers and 1 escort, intercepted while allegedly conveying illegally mined minerals. Items recovered include lithium, tin, and lepidolite, while trucks used for the operation were also seized. The EFCC said preliminary investigations showed that none of the suspects had the required licenses or permits to engage in mining or mineral transportation. The Commission says the suspects will be charged to court at the conclusion of investigations. Troops of the 22 Armored Brigade of the Nigerian Army have reportedly neutralized about 150 terrorist terrorizing communities across Kwara State. In a statement on Saturday, Captain Maureen Obuka, Acting Deputy Director of 2 Division Army Public Relations, says the operation showcased the soldiers' high operational responsiveness and determination to dismantle terrorist networks. She added that the troops, in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, carried out fighting patrols in several bandit enclaves. Terrorists were neutralized while others fled with suspected gunshot wounds, and their hideouts and camps were destroyed. The statement noted that Garin Dandi, a known bandit enclave in Ifelodun local government area, was cleared, with logistics, bases, and supply systems decimated. Remote camps previously inaccessible to security forces were also stormed and destroyed, significantly weakening the terrorist capabilities. While these operations have disrupted bandit networks, the threat remains, prompting renewed calls for strategies to end the surge in attacks. Delta State Governor Sheriff Oberewari has identified technical and vocational education as one of the most effective tools for addressing youth unemployment in Nigeria. The governor made the statement on Monday during the inauguration of the Model Technical College, Omadino, in Warri South local government area of the state. Oberewari said graduates of technical and vocational institutions would emerge as skilled professionals, entrepreneurs, and employers of labor rather than job seekers. He describes the newly commissioned college as a flagship investment of his administration in technical and vocational education, noting that the facility had already commenced academic activities ahead of its formal commissioning.
School infrastructure in fostering a conducive learning environment cannot be overemphasized. Educationists, policymakers, and administrators generally agree that good school infrastructure, such as modern classrooms, libraries, laboratories, as we have here, played a significant role in enhancing the learning experience by creating a safe and supportive environment that enables students to engage and excel academically. Students and teachers develop a sense of pride in their institution, which results in greater teacher effectiveness, improved student performance, and better learning outcomes. Technical and vocational education remains a vital key to tackling the problems of youth unemployment in our country. It is crucial to unlocking and unleashing youth entrepreneurship. With the focus on practical skills acquisition and industry-relevant training, products of this institution will not find themselves roaming the streets in search of non-existent jobs. Instead, they will function as wealth and job creators, in addition to possessing employability skills. With the high-quality facility we have put in place, I am confident that students of this college will have the capacity to compete with the best anywhere in the world.
The Ogiami Atuwashi III also gave his words of appreciation.
Your Excellency, our great governor of this state, I also want to acknowledge the presence of our very supportive Deputy Governor, our Speaker, and all the other speakers that you managed to bring to support the good work Our Excellency is doing, all other protocol observed. Your Excellency, they've given me 2 minutes. However, I am going to squeeze an extra 2 minutes from this Omadino ground to drive the point home. Yesterday, interestingly, we heard that if you have the opportunity to see the face of God, as opposed to seeing the hand of God, the man who was preaching was encouraging us from a point of intimacy that we should seek God's face and not his hand. Your Excellency, I was looking at the pastor with corner eye, because as human beings, we always want to see the hand at work. And Your Excellency, we have been seeing your hand at work. Today, we are further honored to see your face. So we are doubly blessed in this part of the state.
Obereri said the institution reflected clear vision, strategic planning, and disciplined execution, highlighting its classrooms, workshops, laboratories, administrative buildings, and internal road network. He expressed confidence that students of the college would be able to compete globally, noting that all workshops and laboratories were fully equipped with modern facilities, reaffirming his administration's commitment to education under the MORE agenda. The governor assured that the state government would continue to upgrade educational infrastructure across Delta State. The leadership crisis in the Labour Party has deepened after the Julius Abure-led National Working Committee rejected reconciliation efforts by Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otti. The Abure faction describes the move as premature, insisting that the legal battle over the party's leadership is still ongoing. Speaking on Monday, the party's National Publicity Secretary, Obiora Ifo, accused Governor Otti of being responsible for the crisis and said a recent court ruling was only at the first instance stage. Meanwhile, Governor Otti urged aggrieved party members to return to the fold and commended INEC for recognizing the Nenadi Usman-led National Caretaker Committee. The continued disagreements suggest the Labour Party's leadership crisis is far from being resolved. The All Progressives Congress has unveiled Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma as chairman of its National Convention Central Coordination Committee, with Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni named secretary. The appointments were announced on Monday by the party's National Secretary Ajibola Bashiru as preparations intensify for the APC National Convention scheduled for March 27 and 28. Bashiru also disclosed that Kwara State Governor and Chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, Abdul Rahman Abdul Rasak, will serve as Vice Chairman of the 73-member committee. The committee comprises serving governors, former party chairmen, senior government officials, and leaders of the National Assembly. The National Convention will mark the climax of the APC's ward, local government, state, and zonal congresses, and is expected to usher in new members of the party's National Working Committee. The United Arab Emirates has identified Nigeria as a key destination for multi-billion-dollar investment in agriculture, technology, infrastructure, mining, and trade. Mohammed Aisuwaidi, Nigeria's Minister of Investment, said Gulf capital remains underexposed to Africa's largest economy. Speaking at the first Investopia Africa event in Lagos on Monday, he highlighted opportunities ranging from hundreds of millions to several $1 billion, depending on sector readiness and reliable local partners. Trade between Nigeria and the UAE reached $4.3 billion for non-oil commodities in 2025. Aisuwaidi noted that investment in agriculture, infrastructure, tech, and mining could generate significant economic returns, but stressed that market understanding and partner identification are crucial for deal execution. Dr. Jane Fares, CEO of Investopia, praised the UAE as a global hub connecting Africa to Asia and Europe, with strong logistics, digital, and financial infrastructure to support Nigerian exporters and tech firms. Nigeria's Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, assured investors of federal support in structuring and executing deals, while Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu highlighted the state's readiness to host large-scale investments, citing rail, waterways, fiber optic, and financial infrastructure projects. The Nigerian Ports Authority also confirmed port modernization plans for Tin Can Island and Apapa, aiming to make the country's ports the leading hubs in Africa. Officials emphasized that sustained engagement, credible partnerships, and project readiness will determine how quickly investment commitments translate into actual capital deployment. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association have warned that enforcing a ban on sachet alcohol and small PET bottled drinks could wipe out more than 400 billion naira in investments and lead to massive job losses. The warning was contained in a joint statement by the Director General of NECA, Adewale Oyerinde, and the Director General of MAN, Segun Ajayi Kadir, following the renewed enforcement drive by the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control. The two groups said the wines and spirits value chain supports over 500,000 direct and indirect jobs across manufacturing, packaging, logistics, retail, and agriculture, and contributes more than 2 trillion naira annually to the economy. They cautioned that abrupt regulatory actions, including factory shutdowns and product seizures, could deepen unemployment, undermine investor confidence, and drive the market underground. While reaffirming their support for regulation and public health protection, NECA and MAN argued that banning sachet alcohol produced by registered companies would not curb abuse or underage drinking, but would encourage the spread of unregulated and unsafe products. The associations also raised concerns over regulatory inconsistency, noting that previous federal government directives had called for a suspension of the ban to allow further stakeholder engagement. They called for an immediate halt to enforcement, urging regulators to focus on age verification, public enlightenment, and stronger control at points of sale rather than packaging formats. You're watching our daily news roundup. We'll go for a short break. When we return, more news stories on the foreign scene and on sports. To stay tuned.
Don't miss out on exciting news, events, and more. Stay connected by following us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV.
Welcome back. Now to the foreign scene. And in South Africa, electricity has been restored to the Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria, South Africa, after the mission settled outstanding municipal service debts. The power supply was disconnected on Monday by the city of Tshwane as part of enforcement actions over unpaid utility bills. The development was confirmed by the city's executive mayor, Nasifi Moya, who disclosed in a post on X, formerly Twitter, that the High Commission owed the municipality for utility services. Mayor Moya later announced that electricity would be reconnected once the debt was cleared, thanking the Nigerian High Commission for fulfilling its financial obligations. Power was restored after the required payment was reportedly made. However, the Nigerian High Commission is yet to issue an official statement on the matter. Germany says it is closer to the United States than China. Despite recent tensions, the German foreign minister has told an audience in Singapore. Speaking at the International Institute for Strategic Studies, Foreign Minister Johann Wadeful said Germany and Europe remain reliant on the United States for security, even as disagreements over NATO spending and other issues have strained relations. Wadeful warned against over-reliance on China, saying it would be the wrong answer to seek a quick partnership with Beijing while ignoring ties with Washington. He also highlighted Europe's ability to defend its interest, citing a united response to U.S. President Trump's claims on Greenland. On trade, Wadeful stressed the importance of the European Union's network of free trade agreements, particularly as protectionism rises globally. He revealed that the EU is working to conclude agreements with countries in the Asia-Pacific region, including Malaysia, Thailand, and the Philippines, and Australia. Germany's stance underscores the continued importance of the transatlantic alliance, even as Europe seeks to diversify partnerships in the face of global tensions. Away from the foreign scene now to sports news, the Nigerian Football Federation has confirmed that the Falconets will travel to Abeokuta today ahead of their FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier against Senegal. The team had been training in Ibadan while awaiting approval for a venue switch. The NFF announced on Friday that CAF had approved moving the match to MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta due to concerns over the deteriorating pitch at Ibadan's Lekon Salami Stadium. NFF General Secretary Sanusi Mohammed confirmed that all outstanding issues have now been resolved. He said the Falconets would depart for Abeokuta this morning with the Ogun State government ready to host the qualifier. Sanusi Mohammed said the Falconets will travel to Abeokuta today. The issue has been settled and the state government is ready to host the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier. In preparation for the Senegal clash, the team recorded a 2-1 friendly win over Nigerian Women Premier League giants FC Robo. Ibadan previously hosted the Falconets' second runner qualifier against Rwanda in September 2024, while Nigeria won 5-0 on aggregate to reach the third round. The winner of the tie against Senegal will advance to the final round of African qualification, facing either Guinea-Bissau or Malawi for a spot at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, scheduled in Poland for September 5th to 27th, 2026. The Falconets are now set to familiarize themselves with the MKO Abiola Stadium turf as they target a place in the next stage of the qualifiers. Al Nassr forward Cristiano Ronaldo has reportedly refused to feature for the Saudi Pro League side amid growing dissatisfaction with the club's management and level of financial support. According to newsmen, the 40-year-old was absent from both the starting lineup and the substitutes bench during Al Nassr League match against Al Riyadh on Monday, despite being fully fit. The development is being viewed as a protest by the former Real Madrid star, who is said to be unhappy with what he perceives as unequal financial backing from the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Reports suggest Ronaldo believes Al Nassr has received less investment compared to rival clubs such as Al Hilal, Al Ahil, and Al Ittihad, which have strengthened their squads with major signings. Al Nassr limited transfer activity is said to have deepened the striker's frustration as the club continues its pursuit of a first league title since its arrival in 2023. Al Nassr is yet to issue an official statement on the matter. And with that, sports news, will come to the end of our daily news roundup for today here on Atlantic TV. Do want to follow us on all our social media platforms for more news stories and headline updates. Thank you so much for watching. I remain Nkechi Tetere. Have a pleasant day.
My name is Desoka, the comedy catalyst, one of Nigerian comedy.
Alright guys, back again, yes boss, my name is Osh Baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up people, it's your boy Victor Edi.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow, I know the life for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV. Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV, we wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different. Atlantic TV, culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Ruth Gender Foundation.
I'm Ruth Edema Collins. I hold a first degree in physics electronics, a postgraduate qualification in business administration, and a nationally certified French language tutor. Career-wise, I'm an educational facilitator. I'm the managing director at Atlantic Media and TV, and I'm also a director at Vocotech Integrated Services Nigeria Limited. I'm a wife and a mother, and I like dressing up to show up. Yeah, so that's basically me. Thank you. Root Gender Foundation was inspired from my personal experiences growing up as a young girl in a typical Nigerian environment. For me, it was being different. It made people bully me, abuse me, and harass me. I was always misunderstood and underrated. Root Gender is a foundation that is dedicated to building confidence in the Nigerian girl child through educational and inspirational programs, like supporting programs that promote girl child education. We also organize physical exercises for our young girls for the overall well-being of their mental and physical states, and also for the acquisition of self-defense skills. We also sensitize girls on laws that protect them. In our constitution, a lot of girls do not know that they have rights, that there are laws that protect their interests in Nigeria. Hence, they are vulnerable, they are living in fear, which is stopping them from reaching their full potentials. So we sensitize them on the laws that protect their interests. This, like I said, is visioned towards building confidence in the Nigerian girl child. So that is just a wrap up of what we do at Root Gender Foundation. I would say I resonate with the struggles and the challenges of the girl child, particularly the Warri girl child. I happen to grow up in the heart of Warri. I'm from an average background. My family is an average one, but I experienced a lot. Like I said, I was bullied, I was overlooked, I was harassed for being a different child, for daring to be different. And nobody was taking note and tapping into my potentials. So my interest for the girl child is I would love to be a voice for the girl child. They need people to believe in them. They need people to speak for them. I also want the Warri girl child to know that there is hope beyond the reef. I want them to see the bigger picture. I want them to know that they can compete on global platforms. They can compete on international platforms, and they can do very well. We have the likes of Ada Gold, or Maumi, and the rest of them. They are all competing very well on international platforms, and I know that you too can do that, and I want you to know that is why we are here. Root Gender Foundation is here to make you understand that you can actually be what you want to be. As part of our objectives at Root Gender Foundation, we are dedicated to promoting girl child education. Like I said, I represent the brand Warri Girl Child. I represent the brand the African Girl Child, because I have gone through the struggles from there to here. So giving 2 million to the best female participants is just a way to share them on. It's just a way to make them know that we believe in you. I believe in you. You can look up to us. We are sharing you on. It is not about the money. We believe in your potential. We want our girls to know that you are doing the right thing at the right time. You are in the right place, and this is what you should be doing. That's why we are supporting you, and we will always be here to support you. Girl child empowerment to me is enforcing laws that protect our girl child. You know, my NGO, we've been pursuing a bill that we will see to be passed. We are asking that our girls should be allowed to carry pepper spray as weapons of self-defense. Because if you look at it, our women have nothing to protect themselves. They are just there by the grace of God. So we are pursuing laws that will protect the girl child. So empowerment, girl child empowerment to me is enforcing laws that protect the girl child, educating the girl child on time and money management, financial literacy, and equipping them with self-defense skills. Also, access to quality education. This to me is girl child empowerment and nothing more. A girl child must possess effective communication skills. They should be able to communicate effectively. A girl child should be financially literate. She should know how to manage her finances, and she should also know how to manage her time. Yes. Also, most importantly, another skill is self-awareness. It's important for our girls to know who they are, to believe in themselves. That's the vision of our NGO, building confident girls that can achieve their full potentials in Nigeria. That is our NGO's vision. So yeah, those are some of the skills I believe that the girl child should possess. She needs role models. She needs people that have led that path and have made it. Our young girls need role models. That's why we have to do better. we have to do the work. We have to bridge the gap. We have to share them on like we are doing. You can achieve your dreams. First, you have to make education your best friend. Every effort you put into learning will always be there for you to never fail you. Boys will break your heart, people will break your heart, but every effort you put towards learning, anything, everything will always come through for you. So for you to achieve your dreams, look towards the right people, look towards the right direction. There are people that have achieved in that route. I will encourage you to look up to them, learn from them. That is just the way to achieve your dreams. My message to the Warri Child, like I said, I represent the brand Warri Girl Child. We are letting the world know that we are not vile, we are not roused, we are educated, we compete intellectually, we have good things ahead of us. We can do it on the global platform, we can do it on the national platform, and we are everything there is to be a woman. I would encourage you, Warri Girl Child, make education your best friend. Make education your best friend. Learn new things. Learn new languages. Okay? And the sky will be your starting point. We are always here to cheer you up. Don't forget that my name is Ruth Edema Collins from Root Gender Foundation, and from all of us wishing you the best, we say keep watching Atlantic TV.
Ruth Gender Foundation.
Welcome back. If you are just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. This is where we'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet, and of course give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo. Of course, you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in the studio. But who is joining us this beautiful morning? E to the N to the K to the A to the Y and K.
I feel like break dancing.
Okay.
We are back, and that's what's up.
Of
Hi,
course,
Mercy.
You look so good.
Well,
today.
thank you so
I love
much.
the white
You
and
know,
black.
I just decided to go on monochrome today,
yeah,
and I think
really,
I love
really
it.
good.
Thank you so much for having me on Trending.
Thank you for coming. Anyways, without wasting much time, let's just dive straight into our top stories for today. We have really serious stories for today, so let's just go. A man has been accused of sexually assaulting a young girl and attempting to kill her by throwing her into a sock-away pit in Sapele, Delta State. According to reports, the suspect allegedly assaulted the child and, in an attempt to cover up the crime, threw her into a sock-away pit. Fortunately, residents in the area heard the girl crying for help and quickly intervened. She was rescued and rushed to the hospital for urgent medical attention. Let's see the footage.
Where you stay? Mafasi by Madelas. Oboyas. Mafasi by Oboyas. Whose school you dey go? Eh? Whose school you dey go? I want to hear what this speaking is talk for. Whose school you dey go? Omoshola. Where I take carry you? Una school. You come carry you come house. When you come house, what happen? Eh? I beg go Mona see am. We dey find a parents. We don't know a parents. We say more video and more poster for everybody blog. na Ethiope school the man take carry am come throw for soak away for supply Vitafood. Throw am for soak away. Na carry we carry am comot. He said the man give her something drink. He said the man give her something drink. He dey stay Mafasi, but whether na Obule house abi Oboye house. Abeg mo na airport, supply Tafia. Airport poster, mo we no get this pikin. We dey find the owner. Na area people carry am come hospital. We wan know the parents before anything. They say they need to refer am for hospital. We need to know the parents first.
The child later explained what happened, and the suspect has since been apprehended by members of the community and handed over to the authorities. The public is encouraged to report any suspicious activity and support victims of abuse. And Kay, you know, when I saw this very story, I just felt like, okay, you committed a crime, right? And next, you're still trying to cover your crime by committing another crime. Attempted murder.
That's how it always goes.
Because it's not even the fact that you even abused this girl sexually, but still trying to kill her. This is very sad. And again, I'm asking,
to hide
what are these people taking? What are these people taking exactly that you do not even have your conscience again? Firstly, let's assume, well, maybe you could not control yourself, right? And then you abused her. Then where was your conscience again when you thought of, should I just get rid of her and cover this whole mess up? This is terrible.
I would have really loved to know the age of the girl, because according to the questions she was being asked, the man picked her up from school and took her to his house or whatever.
Girl should
but then
be
again,
between 12, 13,
why would she?
Of course.
What I would love to know is, there a relationship between the man and the girl that he would go to a school to pick her up?
Most likely, because if there's no relationship,
because
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
understand why you would go
and
out with
follow
someone that you don't even know. Probably she knows him, but coming to pick him, I mean, that's what has always been the norm. But that's not even the main question. I mean, these are barbaric things that we see,
of course.
Almost on a daily. And I keep asking myself, what is the attraction? What is the attraction? What really attracts these girls to these guys? That they feel like the best way to satisfy their urge is to go with a minor, to sleep with a minor, abuse a minor.
This girl has nothing, like nothing.
Do you understand?
And then if it was maybe an adult now, they would say, oh, because you put on seductive dresses and all of that. This girl, this is
a child. This is a child. What would have attracted him to that child?
Well, pedophiles are just something else.
Exactly.
Maybe they're on the drugs, maybe manipulations or whatever.
That is just what I wanted to say. Probably they're under an influence, or it's just a spiritual activity going on. Because I really can't put my head or wrap my head around how a sane person, a normal person, will go ahead and commit this kind of crime. Now you have done the deed. You decided to cover up your tracks further by going to drown her in the sockaway pit, thinking that she was going to die.
But
thank God for good people around.
And
that's
you know
why
how many persons he has done this to?
Just imagine how many people he has abused and
cover up this whole mess.
Exactly.
How many
that's why we always advise, if you see something, say something. Don't always say it's not my business. Every child, a child is not owned by just one person. A community owns a child. So if you see a child who is in need or who is crying for help, let's jump in and help that child. Thank God for well-meaning Nigerians around the area who heard her cry for help and dived in to help her. But then again, I don't like the way that nurse or whoever was asking those questions was asking, because the girl looked weak and tired. You were asking her too many questions at the same time. But then again, it's good to get information, but I feel like they would have allowed her to rest, do the first aid they would have wanted to do.
What if she doesn't really make it out alive? At least let them get some few information and all of that. I think that was what they were really trying to do, because from what we saw, that girl was very weak, and they said they needed to refer her to another hospital, meaning the condition was really critical.
To find her parents or someone who is associated with her before they can go further.
Well, thank God she's responding to
treatment now.
Yes,
thank God she's not dead. She's responding, and I think the suspect has been apprehended.
Of course he has
already.
He has,
I mean, that would serve as a deterrent.
But I think
others.
what exactly is the punishment for these pedophiles? Because I feel they need stricter punishments. Because the fact that we keep
a lifetime
having more
imprisonment, this should deserve a lifetime imprisonment, because this, you have destroyed the life of a young girl.
Of course.
Already. You have destroyed her life. So, I mean, just going to prison for 5 years or 2 years will not just suffice it. I mean, it should be a lifetime thing so that they know that once they do this, they know that their life is gone. This is it. This is where they're going to end up. Because it's becoming a rampant thing in the society, and it should be curbed. It should be curbed.
Well, thank God that we do not approve jungle justice in this country. Thank God we do not approve that, because he would have been insane on that guy. Anyways, thank God she's responding to treatment, and we hope that she gets all the justice that she deserves. Once we get more updates concerning the story, we'll definitely bring them to you. Away from that, well, MK, I don't know if you've been seeing Snake everywhere on social media. It's been trending. Well, Snake is currently trending following the reported death of a 25-year-old classical singer Ifunanya, who died after being bitten by a cobra in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. According to reports, Ifunanya was beaten at her residence. She was taken to 2 different hospitals, but was allegedly turned away due to the unavailability of antivenom. Sadly, she later passed away. The incident has sparked widespread reactions online, with many Nigerians expressing grief, anger, and concern over emergency health care response, especially the availability of life-saving antivenom in hospitals. Well, this is a very, very sad story. The life of another young talent cut short antivenom. And then every time we try to push things to the government, because when I was scrolling through the internet, I saw a medical doctor, one of the popular medical doctor on Twitter that came out to say, well, I think this time Nigerians just want to talk again. And after now, nothing will still happen because we're not trying to channel this to the right people. And he said the right people is the government. And then I was forced to ask why. He said because the government do not provide 24 hours light, of which the antivenom needs light all the time for coaching and all of the things he mentioned. And again, I ask, when you go to mortuaries and all of that, is it not still in the same country? How come they can actually preserve the body
These people no longer
of the
depend on
deceased?
the government for
But
life.
when it comes to antivenom, reasons antivenoms are not in hospitals is because there's no 24/7 light. So are we supposed to have 24/7 lights before being able to preserve this antivenom? Because if the fridge or the freezer you're trying to put this thing is iced enough, 6 hours light, if you have a very good one, 6 hours is enough to keep it calm to the next day. Because I see no reason why you should say because there's no 24/7 light. So that's the reason there's no antivenom in most of these hospitals. And it's sad, like most of these hospitals, well, maybe when we come to the government hospitals like the health centers, which is the first contact point, which is supposed to be the first contact point. And this is why we need to, this is the point I feel we have to actually hold the government responsible, because the health center is supposed to be the first contact point. And then, but most times they want to put all of their money into building big infrastructures and all of these things that these people might not even have access to. Because most times you go to these hospitals, general hospitals and the rest, and then you're asking to pay money that is exactly the amount you pay in private hospitals. But at least once you go to these health centers, you'll be able to see the doctor, do whatever you need to do at small cost. But these health centers are not equipped. I'm sure, I am still saying it, I am sure no health center in this country has antivenom.
You're going too far. You're talking about
They
health
do
centers.
not have antivenom. That's the truth.
No, they don't even have oxygen. Talk more of antivenom. Yeah, to say the least. There is no, you would hardly
to think
see.
that we have snakes in this country and
Well,
no
I'm
antivenom.
going to look at it from 2 angles. First off, let me try to put myself in the head of that doctor that was speaking. You know, I understand antivenoms are not something that you easily see in Nigerian hospitals because there are not too many cases of snake bites or dog bites. No, hold on. We have snakes, but they hardly bring victims of snake bites to the hospital, most of the time they go for traditional means of, you know, and all of that. So we don't really have much of victims of snake bites come to the hospital, right? And now these anti-venoms, they are quite expensive, and no hospital will, hospitals, especially private hospitals, will think of the money they spend to purchase this anti-venoms, right? So, and then you talk about the method. I understand the whole idea of having 24/7 lights, but then you cannot totally blame the light situation on the government, because these days people don't even depend on the government for lights. People have gone out of their way to provide light for themselves. As a private hospital, for example, you know that the government will not always give you lights 24/7. So you have your alternative, you have your solar, you have your whatever means you want to use to give yourself light, because you cannot say because there is no light we will not operate on people and save lives because the government has not given us lights. You are indeed joining the government to kill more people, right? So I would want to say, well, I understand where he's coming from, but then again, these are necessities. Emergency response in Nigeria is zero. Like I said this with my full chest, emergency response in Nigeria
and it's not
zero.
meeting.
And that we should have to save our people, we don't have
like
them. Well, it's
who
another
would think
failed
in 2026 someone would die
of snake bites. But then again, the person ran to 2 hospitals in Abuja, not even in Delta State,
Federal Capital
in
Territory.
Abuja, 2 hospitals, and I'm guessing it's not even a government hospital. So it's very bad, it's very sad that once again Nigeria has failed this young talent. I'm sure she'll be singing now with the angels, because I mean, just imagine it, such a young talent. It's so sad. I mean, I can't just overemphasize these things enough. I don't know what our government is doing. There is so much to do, so much to talk about that I don't even know where to start from, because
well,
Nigeria has failed us.
Nigeria has. Our thoughts goes to her family her loved ones in this difficult time, and we hope that she is singing with the angels right now. Anyways, away from that very disturbing story.
Just to even tell you how angry and upset I am about this thing. You cannot even, oh Jesus, you cannot even boast of a 1 hour or 2 hours light in Nigeria right now. And you say, oh, I can sit at home and enjoy life because I pay my bills.
Well, we hope the authorities see this. We hope the authorities see NK boiling right now. We need light.
It's so sad.
Because due to light, some persons are dying. Just imagine this beautiful soul gone. Doing his recent tattoo, which has sparked widespread reactions online addressing the controversy, the pastor made a video which has caused outrage on social media. Let's see the footage.
What are you talking about? How is tattoo wrong is what you've not told me. What made tattoo wrong? Somebody painted their hand. The women doing microblading, you don't know it's tattoo. The women doing makeup, you know, what's that? Is it hunu or what's that thing they call that some people outsiders use when they are getting married and they paint their hand? It's not tattoo. Africa, oh Africa. Africa, oh Africa, when will you wake up? With all the national issues going on, you guys made a fuss about my tattoo. With all the election is a few days. The people who owning the country have already started meeting and planning. The youths are bothered about my tattoo. I will do more. If it's paining you, go and get juice and other drugs and Panadol. I will do more. And I might do dreads. Oh, you don't know there's a pastor in this Lagos that has dreads and has that. Are you out of touch? Are you out of touch? You think the younger generation are as boring as you? The day I entered my young adult church, nobody had normal hairstyle. Only me had, this afro, but no, most normal hairstyle. Everybody had one thing going on. Young adult, this is how they are creative people. They are not these boring people. Because your apostle or your bishop or whatever is old, they are old. Don't mix that up. That's not Christian. That's personal preference. And nothing's wrong with your bishop or daddy or your papa. Nothing's wrong with them, but don't impose that. These young guys are not going to listen to these things you're saying anyway. I'm just one help.
However, many critics have pointed to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 22 as a counter-reference. The Bible verse states, "You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor tattoo any marks on you. I am the Lord." On the other hand, some supporters say the scripture was part of the Old Testament laws given to the Israelites and that Christians today live under the new covenant where spiritual values are placed above physical appearance. So, is Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo's statement biblically accurate, or does Leviticus 19 verse 28 still apply to Christians of today? But the fact that he came out to say there is no place in the Bible that states that tattoo is a sin makes me wonder if he has never seen this particular part of the Bible.
No. He said, where is it in the Bible that tattoo is wrong?
But that's a commandment. Do not have any mark or cuttings or tattoo. Like, the word tattoo is even there. Like, do not have this thing on your body. And it's coming out to say, well, I know some persons are saying, oh, it's the old law, and now we're of the new covenant. And
when you're like a role model to people,
but this is not enough explanation.
You are a shepherd who has a flock of sheep following you, and they deserve to understand what was going on through your mind while you were doing what you did. You know, and sometimes people don't. They try to take cue from your lifestyle, what you do, because they are following you, right? I mean, I was going through his comment section and I saw people saying, finally my papa has given me the conviction I need to go through and do this tattoo. So now I can go and do my tattoo in peace. Do you know? So there were a lot of comments like that because people were now saying, oh, finally, so if he can do it, then me too, I can do it. While some persons still questioned the motive behind it. You know, someone would say God does not look at the physical, he looks at the heart. So it is the heart that is more important. Well, I am not one to judge anybody,
of course,
especially a clergyman, on his actions, because I feel like he should know better. So if he has decided to do what he did and has also come out to defend it, probably there is a backing somewhere in the Bible that we don't know yet. I don't know.
The only backing is it's in the Old Testament.
But then again, I'm well, like she said, know God for yourself. If you're the type that is saying, my papa would do it, people worship their spiritual fathers more than they even worship God. And I think that's where people get it wrong.
And that's what I call idolatry. I tell some persons,
you tend to idolize these people, and then
because
you don't even know God for yourself.
But there are some persons that you've actually made them an idol. That is, even God said, serve no other God except me. But some persons have even made their own pastors gods. And that's why we have things like this, because if some persons have not really made their pastors God, I'm not sure we're supposed to have all of these things going on.
Just know God for yourself. Right now. Know the Bible for yourself. The Bible says, let this word be in you. So if the word is in you, you know the word and it is in you. Just do according to what the word says. And it is for your own conviction, for your own peace of mind, and for your own salvation. So just do what the word says.
Well, Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, yes, we're not judging you. We are not judging you. Like I said, most of these things has to do with personal choices, whatever you feel is right. Well, I still feel I need more explanations concerning this.
Mercy, leave his explanation.
Not being in the Bible. I see, because I know when
there is another part in the Bible. I can't remember the scripture right now. There's another part in the Bible that says, I think it was referring to someone that puts, let Jesus be on your body. You know, there was something that refers to that, you know, and someone made reference to that in the comment section. I read it.
Maybe I should go and read my Bible.
So,
more. But if I read my Bible and I'm still not seeing anything to justify